Delby, you got a migraine.
I'm doing like Illuminati here.
All right, well, Hard Yarners, today we are joined by Seva Mozhaev.
Mozhaev.
You look like a Rusty, a fucking what's the
pink guy?
No, the fucking crazy guy in Stranger Things. Bringing it up again. What's his name?
I don't know.
The crazy Russian.
The one that brings them all thing.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah. Anyway, you're him.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, from season 4.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by alltradescover.com.au. John Elliott and the crew down there. Go to
Speaking of insurance, I wonder if...
Yeah. Are they going to give us a better insurance premium if I am non-binary? I don't think they're going to buy into that. But if you do need insurance in any way, specifically as a tradie, they're going to be able to help you. Most of them have been a tradie in the past or have been in the business long enough to be able to give you the best advice.
And he is the best camel polo player in the world. So why wouldn't you get insurance from his company?
True.
That is crazy, isn't it? But
what's it called? Camel handball?
Camel handball.
Camel handball?
Yeah.
The
World Camel Handball Cup champions.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks, John. Thanks for the support. Hit them up, alltradescover.com.au. Also, this episode is brought to you by Crafted Finance. You had your meeting with Ted. I had my meeting with Ted, and he breaks it down so well.
Yes. Very easy, very friendly, and he's passionate about what he does as well.
Yeah.
I love tell by chatting with him.
Just by saving you, it's a little bit of extra money up front. Like, for example, he give you those options. If you pay a little bit more.
Not to him.
Yes, not to him.
If you're trying to get a loan.
If you're trying to put more money into the thing, he'll break it down exactly how much less interest you'll pay over the term of the loan. And you're like, fuck, I've just saved myself $170,000.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't I pay that extra?
Yeah, it's really, really good.
But anyway, he provides you with the options. Ted and Zoe at Crafted. Now, Ted Esco and Zoe Craft.
I just realised Craft Ted.
Yeah, mate, Teddy.
Oh, my God.
He thought I was a fucking idiot for not knowing this the other day. He's like, Zoe Craft, Luke Tedesco.
Wow. So his wife is Craft and Ted. That is fucking genius. What a great name.
Mate, love a pun. Anyway, Crafted Finance, get around them. But today we were joined by Seva Mozhaev to talk all things this upcoming social media ban. But we went a bit more in depth. Do you remember what we covered, mate? Because we did cover a variety of topics.
The goods and the bads of why kids are going to be punched out of social media, the digital ID thing, and why it's not a good idea at all.
Yep.
And a couple of other
a little bit of Socratic method.
Yeah, Socratic method.
Quite interesting.
Yeah.
Trying to escapism.
Escapism.
We start with 3 interesting rants. So, we'll get through that.
Yeah, come on, Piastri, somehow win.
Yeah. We don't know if it's going to make the cut. We'll figure that out. Yeah. I've got an insane migraine that's piercing my eye. Can't
even speak. Pissing my eye.
And we talked about
piercing.
We also talked about a bundle of sticks.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The F word.
Let's get hard.
Poor Delby. Let's get hard.
Welcome to Hard Yarns Podcast.
I am fucking fat.
Anything Chris White says, please disregard it.
5D is actually a state of being. It's a unity consciousness.
That was Hard Yarns with me, Frankie Rose. So I'm going to throw it over to your co-host,
Daniel Delby.
And Cameron Branch.
I would do this and then I'd gong.
Free in attendance for the millions listening at home. Let's get hard.
The complaint.
Yeah.
Bro, did I send you the follow-up?
Yeah.
What she said?
Oh, I'm at the airport.
I'm near the airport if you want to catch up. Bro, fuck. I copped this massive abuse. Like, fuck it. Should we start?
Go with that. Go with that.
I'll read you this abuse. So I had a really good show. Like, I was really happy with it, man. Like, had a great teacher comedy night. Like, the names were funny as fuck. Like, from the audience, funniest names. Faye Clegg was the best one. So, like, her name was Fake Leg. Like, and the mum didn't realise till she was 8 years old that a kid was called Fake Leg. So I'm like having a ball. there was a school in from a juvenile justice detention centre.
Those are the best ones.
Oh, so I'm like, this is awesome. Like, I want to know more. I'm like, what do you do if they misbehave? Do you take away food privileges? Do you just add a year to the sentence? Like, you would have no behaviour issues. They're like, no, we don't. I'm like, that would be the best place to teach because they have to be there. They can't wag.
Yeah.
You know, they're already on a good behaviour bond.
Yeah.
And it's everyone's student services.
Yes, everyone is student services. So I'm like, oh, this is. Do you just want to hear more? I asked the audience. I'm so intrigued. Do you want to hear more? They were like, yeah, right. So I take maybe 3 or 4 minutes more on them, and finished the night like hell pumped. Everyone was like, that was great. All photos with everyone. So I'm like, what a great show. Anyway, next day I get an email. Dear Daniel, I attend heaps of stand-up comedy all over Melbourne. This year I've seen really well-known and well-supported comedians like Chopper, brackets Comedy Lounge, Ursula Carlson, Town Hall, Palais Regional Arts Centre, Effie in the Arts Centre, Mel Buttle in the Arts Centre, all sold out, and unknowns at local pub and the Butterfly Club. After attending Geraldine Hickey's sold out comedy night by Comedy House at Altona Sports Club.
This guy definitely has autism.
This girl.
Okay.
Just a few weeks ago, we thought we'd drive the 40 minutes required as it's a great venue with good food. Space. But I'm sorry to say, we were disappointed with your routine. I especially struggled as I have diagnosed ADHD/ADD.
There we go.
Both types.
Yep.
Hyperactive and inattentive.
Called it.
Which causes me the most grief. Then there are all the comorbidities that go with it. Gut issues, social anxiety, being an older, late diagnosed female, brackets new for years. I have suffered devastating, lifelong repercussions and circumstances and physical injuries due to clumsiness, connective tissue and hypermobility
Christ.
problems.
She made this in ChatGPT.
Fuck, RSD, which is rejection-sensitive dysphoria. Well, I'm about to reject you. Time blindness, emotional dysregulation, anger outbursts, can't keep a job, relationship issues. My marriage broke down 23 years ago. Issues with my 3 now adult children. My mother never understanding why I was the way I was.
I'm upgrading this to Asperger's.
I was constantly criticised. She died 2 years ago, 96, never knowing who I was. I would upgrade it to BPD, but... So for you to trivialise ADHD right at the start, which is where she switched off from the show, I found abhorrent. And I didn't trivialise it. I mentioned my diagnosis of my struggles with it.
Yeah, you have permission.
But what affected me more was
Personal
you were
experience.
all over the shop. It was exhausting. I was happy to go home at the break. So she said she's embarrassed because she's offended. She has ADHD. Then she blatantly accuses my ADHD of causing her. She's like, I've got ADHD, but you were all over the shop. It was exhausting.
So
you were exhibiting ADHD.
So she's now...
Yeah.
What the fuck?
My female non-ADHD friends also said you were exhausting. As far as laughs went, we didn't have that many.
Oh, no.
We also thought you spent way too long talking to people in the crowd about what they did, especially the youth justice system. The whiteboard funny names, not funny. This is all crowdsourced material, which was hilarious.
Did you get any applause pauses?
Tons. Heaps of breaks, heaps of laughs.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was not stand-up comedy as you relied on the audience's replies to get laughs. Also, it was so bloody hot in there. You can't put that many people in a room and close the doors without airflow air conditioning. That's not a me issue anyway. But also, you charged the most to see you from all the other top well-known comedians at major event spaces. Famous Geraldine Hickey was only $35.
This is still one email.
Yeah, at the same venue, and you were 50. As a young, funky, hyper male, you are desperately needed in the education system. Regards. Now, I gave them a 2.5 hour show.
Yeah.
Every other show that is
That was a 2.5 hour email.
Yeah, 45 minutes, and my tickets were $35 if you bought them early.
Yeah.
They were only 50 because you waited so long.
Yeah.
But for someone with ADHD who can't focus, fuck, you've done well to write a novel email.
Yeah.
So I just didn't reply, and then 2 days later, I got, P.S. I live right near Melbourne Airport. Happy to catch up and have a chat prior to you flying home.
You're in.
It's the fucking last thing I want to do is catch up and fucking chat with you about all the things wrong with your life that have triggered you from one joke about ADHD.
Get her on the pod.
No. So that's the sort of shit you got to deal with, man. And it's annoying because 113 people had a really good time.
Yeah.
One person. And that made me feel like fucking shit because I was about to go on stage again
I mean...
and do like
Well, it's a
another
defense
show.
mechanism. You're only going to think about the negative stuff
Yeah.
because it's a danger reaction.
Yeah.
I
So,
just go, yeah, cool story, cunt.
yeah. It
Well,
was
how
hard
do
to,
you
like,
fix that? Because how do you shut that off? Because you're going to cop that a lot.
Well, my thing was, initially I got angry because
Yep.
I was like, look at this fucking loser.
Yeah, fair enough.
Look, reading all those issues is not my issue. But then I just felt sorry for her because I was like, your life must be terrible.
I think that's where you have to come from.
yeah.
A bit of compassion and go,
Yeah.
I actually feel sorry for that person that they
But she's
felt the need to do that.
And they're never going to change. Like,
No.
the fact that her 3 adult children aren't in her life and all that shit, that's more her problem.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Like, if you didn't like it, you would have gone, hey, I had a really bad time. This is why I suggest try.
But everyone else had a great time, hey?
I felt like it, yeah.
So fuck it.
They wanted photos.
Yeah, good.
If you want
Well done.
photos with someone, it means that you like the show.
Idiot.
Yeah, it's
She's
just
an
like,
idiot.
it's just not what you need.
And
man.
like,
And
not
it's-
an idiot. Considering what she is, I guess, and the way she is, like that's what she thinks. What she's doing is trying to help you and make you better. And
Yeah, because what does she want? Like, what she really wants is some attention. All she wants is me to reply
She's got
back.
a deficit, and of course she wants it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
attention deficit.
Yeah.
So she wants me to reply, oh, so sorry.
No. What you do, put it into AI and respond with, make a really easy response on how to segue to, here's some free tickets for your next show.
You reckon that she'd come?
Who cares?
yeah.
It's free. It's not a cost to you. And if she doesn't come, oh well.
Yeah, that's the same way I feel about women.
I,
But mostly it's at a cost to me.
I've got a rant as well.
Oh fuck!
It's not
go.
a rant. It's none of you guys don't watch F1, do you?
I do.
I
do?
know enough about it,
So you-
about them not pitting.
Mate, fucking McLaren is purposely
Oh, yeah.
fucking over Oscar
Here we go.
Piastri. This isn't the Australian
yeah.
bias. This is so obvious. And they've denied that they didn't pit to avoid the double stack. They were just like, they've not really explained it. They're like, we wanted the flexibility. You wanted the flexibility
To have Lando
instead
a chance
of
to win.
winning.
Yeah.
So they
But
double-
if Oscar won, does that mean that Oscar's the only one that can win this weekend?
No. Just makes Oscar a lot closer to winning. Like he would have only had to finish first versus Lando third. Now Oscar has to win and Lando has to finish sixth.
Yeah.
Right. So they've stacked it in Lando's favour.
Well,
But
if-
why? Why don't
be-
McLaren just want a winning driver?
Yeah. So what?
Right? Like,
they
it doesn't-
want to
they
share
want-
it around.
They
Inclusivity.
want they want a winning driver,
But
but
it- to
there's
be
only one that they
Lando.
want. Yeah, so Piastri's been the dominant driver all year. Granted, the last 4 or 5 weeks were horrific.
when they started to plot against him.
Feels like it.
Yeah.
But let's just say he just went through a bit of a mental struggle. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
We'll, just benefit of the doubt. And also, if I think people could see that they were favouring Lando with a few tactical things, then this week that every fucking car, every single car pitted on the safety car.
Yeah.
That's just what you do because it saves you about 10 seconds. 10 seconds in Formula One is an eternity.
Again, ladies, it is an eternity.
But the safety car comes out. They don't pit because if Oscar pits and then Lando's behind him, that means Lando has to wait for Oscar's pit to finish. There's only one pit spot.
Yeah.
So he would have actually come back out like maybe 6th
In
or
the middle of
7th
the
in the
pack.
middle of the pack, and it would have been a lot harder for him to do well. He would have lost points, and Oscar would have won, catching him up. Very obvious.
Would he
they're
have
favouring.
finished first against Max, or would he given him a
But
better chance?
when the safety car came out, it was only 8 laps in. He's already 8 seconds ahead.
Who?
Piastri
Of everyone?
of everyone.
So he was leading.
He was.
I didn't realise he was
Oscar
leading.
Piastri was up by 8 seconds.
Wow.
In the first 8 laps.
What did he finish?
Second.
Because they didn't pit and
He
fix his
caught up.
tyres.
Even
That's
this is how
insane.
good he was racing that day. Even though they fucked him completely, he
Yeah.
only lost by 10 seconds to Verstappen.
Which is that.
Yeah,
10
well, that
seconds
is
of
that
the
gap.
pit,
But
yeah.
also then he had to do the double thing. So yeah,
Wow. Yeah, that's brutal. And I saw.
fuck off, you fucking cunts.
Was it you that sent it to me? It's like, how crazy is F1 that Australian politicians are talking about
yeah,
Piastri?
yeah.
Like, how he's
You
getting
see
fucked
that?
over.
I didn't see the politician part.
Yeah, they're just-
talking about
My-
it in
I think I just
the
have a bit of
government.
a laugh.
Australia's not real. The government's talking about
Yeah.
Oh man,
F1.
I can do my rant if I can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
go
right.
on. Guess
Triple
it.
rant.
We're going with the negatives. Go.
I've got a. This will combine everything you
Okay.
guys have ranted about because it's about escapism. So you guys are talking about F1. It's something that is external to your everyday.
Yeah.
Right. Someone else's vicariously racing, not racing,
And-
getting pitted.
Ironically, F1 is right next to an escape
Right.
on a keyboard.
Right.
So F1 escapism.
Your brain is fucked, man.
Holy shit. Took me like 2 seconds to click, but that's crazy.
No, I'm clipping that. That's
Holy
just
fuck.
People need to understand how your brain works. That is the most
Needs to
fucked
be
up
studied.
thing. You need to anyway.
All right.
That's amazing.
Well done, Daniel.
Maybe I've got spectrum.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. So anyway, escapism. My question to you guys, and you can be biased for your industry, being like going out to an entertaining thing like a comedy gig. If you could choose one thing to escape to, and that's the only thing you can escape to forever, other than
Like a hobby or a place or
hobby,
like
place, whatever cultural thing, and then the rest of the time that you're alive, you just work on yourself.
Yeah.
You just work on building your best, most self, whether it's your career, your business, whatever. What would your escapism be?
Ooh, it's a,
Remember, you got footy as well.
I'm immediately thinking about Stranger Things where Max and that are escaped into the Mind Players area. But
look, to be fair, that is you've just described my life, which is my escapism is just movies. Like it's Marvel and Stranger Things and fun like that. Because everything else in my life is like, how can I be better? How can I make the pod better? Like, how can I be the best version of myself? Keep healthy and fit. And so that's when things like Stranger Things or Marvel movies or cricket or that sort of thing. Yeah. That is my escapism. My time to shut off.
Mine would be the most where I feel like escapism is in having most joy and being in flow state and nothing else exists. Is that what you mean? Like what I do?
No, that's like counter towards self-improvement. Something external where like F1, footy,
so like
go in the movies.
Okay, so
actually,
like
golf for sure.
Well, and is it something I'm not doing myself? Like, so footy would be an escape.
Your escapism.
Like playing footy doesn't count because I'm working on myself, but I'd be watching.
If you were working on yourself to become an AFL player, that's working on yourself. That's not escapism.
Yeah.
Escapism is something that technically distracts you from your main goal in life.
Yeah.
Oh, MDMA.
That is one.
Yeah, no, I'd be like, where's my happy place? I love having games nights with friends.
Games nights,
or
that's
like
cool,
doing escape rooms. Or
This is a terrible question for an ADHD.
Yeah, because
or like freestyle rapping with Mac Shane, like on stage. That's
Okay.
where my escape is. Like,
No, that's a
still
business.
work?
That's
Yeah.
a business. That's work.
Okay, so
Work is not escapism.
having a mad games night or like a Survivor birthday, that sort of vibe.
So gaming is yours and movies is yours.
yeah,
Entertainment.
fully like I don't even want a game because that's me controlling it. I want to fully like
just
entertain
Just
me.
watch.
I'm fucking done. I'm buying in.
well, betting on the footy.
fuck's up.
But you're trying to make money, so still doing something. Fuck. What?
can we
I
carry
can't
Jesus.
escape.
Okay, so identify your career.
Yeah.
If the escape has to do with your career,
Yeah,
it doesn't count.
right.
Right? So technically,
Yeah.
you can, for the podcast, because you're working on your podcast, technically everything wouldn't count as an escape for you because it's research.
Well, technically, for tax reasons, my Netflix subscription, I am commentating on Stranger Things, and I have evidence. So
Exactly. But
Yeah.
the moment that
If I could play footy, it would be footy. But I
so
can't.
the rant is
is that what it would be?
Yeah,
escapism.
I loved playing footy.
Yeah.
Bro. It was
Yeah.
like the one time where I would just so
for me it'd be snowboarding.
Yeah, okay.
I'd just
cool.
be snowboarding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rant is I just see everything. There's too many escapisms to choose from to stack up.
what Exhibit A. Yeah.
All of a sudden, you very rarely work on yourself until you really have to, which causes stress, anxiety, depression, and just all these kinds of shit. And so we fail to understand that we're getting thrown all of these escapism options, like the kids with social media, which we're about to talk about.
Yeah.
And also, extracurricular activities like, there's a show coming up, or there's a music event, or there's, this album's dropping, like music.
Yeah.
I'm not shitting on any of these things.
No.
It's just the fact that they're all stacked up to become against us, and social media is a platform that goes, hey, here's a thing, here's a thing, here's a thing, and worse, there's ads in it that are dedicated to pinpoint for your likes and interests to go, hey, here's another escapism option. Oh, you really wanted to do that thing this weekend that will make your life better beyond your wildest dreams? Sorry, Taylor Swift's in town. Fuck that.
Yeah.
That's a problem. Now, I'm not for everybody listening, I'm so against the ban, but let's start off with the positives of it.
Oh, and this is the issue, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I had this exact conversation with someone last night.
Yeah.
And it was like, how good is it getting kids off social media?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And
That's not what they're doing it for.
Yeah, but why is it important to get kids off social media? For
Yeah.
me, it's
interaction, social skills, using your brain to find an activity that you enjoy, using creative things. I remember
limit
we used to
escapism.
we used to go build cubby houses in the middle of the fucking bush, BMX tracks,
Right.
bike jumps, everything that required that we didn't have. And even if we wanted to play PlayStation, Mum would actually limit our PlayStation time where we couldn't go in and play NBA Live for too long. It would be like, an hour or two.
and now all those cubby house spots
cubby houses.
have been subdivided into property. You're
Yeah,
fucked.
that's right. Yeah. Someone else has built the cubby and made profit off it.
Yeah.
But same size for houses these days. I think one of my cubby houses sold for $250,000 in Lansdale just for living space. But yeah, the benefits is there's hopefully they're going to be less bullying where the kids can actually leave school and leave the drama. The problem with the social media apps is the bullying follows them everywhere they go now, which is like super detrimental.
The problem
we
is-
didn't have to deal with that at school. If you're getting bullied, it was at school, and if you crossed them outside, then you dealt with it there. But as a whole, you could escape the issue. When it's now, it's just like,
What is your definition of social media?
fuck. Well, social media would be any tool that you use to communicate with another person that's not face-to-face contact.
Yeah.
Right. Would you consider Roblox as a social media tool?
Yeah, I would.
Well, I wouldn't because it's a game, but it has messaging in it, so it's got that grey area.
Right.
And I've never played it because I'm not a pedophile. So
I've never played it either, for the record.
But it's also the
it's the number one played game in the world.
70 million.
No, it's the number one spot for pedophiles.
70
How
million.
do you know?
No, because they put the numbers out in the stats.
70 million active daily users.
Predators.
Wow. And the idea of Roblox, this is where I'm going to sound like I've got, that this is the generation gap now. Is it similar to Minecraft that you just build little worlds, sort of like The Sims crossed with Minecraft?
Yeah, but it's pretty much.
And you build and you walk around
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
can
there's
go to a
games.
public toilet where you can piss on people.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
That's the one I saw.
But its primary utility is to play, not communicate.
So they should really delete the messaging.
Apparently,
part
yeah.
of it.
Yeah. But the messaging part of it is the interaction part, which makes it social.
Yeah.
And it's online through a media source, which makes it social media.
Yeah.
So grey area or not, like what difference is it to a forum?
Yeah.
You know, and what difference is it if one of the main points of getting kids off social media is to, protect them from pedophiles?
Yeah.
Well, there's worse places online that's still openly available.
yeah, because that is a key factor and what they've considered.
Well,
So the positives.
the person that brought it to light the most that I know is that Zero, what's his name? Zero, the guy that infiltrated all the pedophile groups and brought it to light and kept bringing it to the police. He liked one of our statuses.
Yeah.
What's his name? Do you know who I'm talking about? The skinny dude, and he does ethical hacking.
Oh no. Yeah, I know who you talk. You've sent.
0 Day is his name. Ryan Montgomery. You know this guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, he's cool.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he's
I
the one
rate him.
that's exposed. That's where I get all my information from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was saying that. Oh fuck! I've lost my train of thought.
That's all right. What about YouTube? YouTube's being banned,
That's crazy.
but
YouTube Kids.
but you don't have to log into YouTube to watch a video.
In Australia, we will have to log into. We have to present ID for Google.
For Google.
It's not right. The government should not fucking know that I love facials. The government does not need to know what I'm researching and watching.
No, but
Actually,
that's
that's
not
such an
what they're
oxymoron
doing.
because
That's not what
they
they're
would
doing.
need to know if I was Googling how to make a bomb.
Yeah, but this is not what they're. That's not what they're doing. They're just trying to make sure kids aren't looking at adult content. LB.
So that means that if their motive is 100% for that, there should be no impact on adults' use of social media.
The motive.
It should be a parent is verifying their kid's age or a legal guardian.
The motive is very clear.
Yeah.
The motive is very clear. So we'll stick on
Stick
stick to the positives. Like,
Because-
obviously predators and all of that, and get outside and all of that. there's a third one as well, and that is to what you mentioned before, is that critical thinking aspect, because I feel like it's dying really badly. To be able to go out and communicate in person, those younger generations will be able to, get some of that skill set back before it dies. But also, what I've noticed on Instagram and a couple of other social media apps is there's so many of these, oh, look at this happening. Oh, this story of this, for example, pet shelter. Where there's a rescue shelter where they were like, oh, look, they implemented this strategy where you can grab a dog for a walk when you're playing Pokemon Go, so it doesn't look like you're just walking around playing Pokemon Go. You're just taking your dog for a walk. Yeah. And what happened was that shelter was able to
just get some dogs sold.
Sold or adopted or whatever, because the people that took them out, I was like, I don't want to bring them back. I'm in love with this dog. And then one of the comments in that post was, I'm in that photo and this never happened.
Yeah, right.
So all of these AI fake news things that are generated by anyone now, history is repeating itself because the news in general has always been
fake,
mostly fake.
Yeah.
But now anybody can make fake news because they're doing it for likes and shit. Why are they doing it? Why would you make something up to post to go viral?
Yeah.
It's to get more followers. Why would you want to do that?
Make more money.
Revenue, and then also ads for shit they don't need. So that's another positive of the kids getting behind that, because there's no proper education out there that teaches kids how to critically think, for one, online, because they're too busy doom scrolling, but also, oh my God, I can't believe that there's happening. Is it true though?
Yeah. Well, there's an interesting study, and I don't quote me 100% on the data, but
quite you 95%.
But broadly speaking, there's been a rapid spike in the last decade in dementia in 30 to 40-year-olds. Yeah. And they're blaming it on scrolling.
I forgot that stat.
They're blaming it on...
Really?
Yeah, they're blaming it on scrolling.
Yeah.
They've attributed it to scrolling and...
just decrease of grey matter?
Not just like poor memory, full-on dementia.
I don't know. I feel like that's just correlation, not causation. I mean, feel like it had more things.
There was a study. There was a study about it. So I don't. Yeah. But there was a study where they went, "This is the."
What do you notice? What do you notice when you're on your phone? I notice when I go for a walk with the dog, I put my phone on airplane mode.
Yep.
And just let the thoughts wander.
Yeah.
And then
is that a recent thing?
Yeah, recent thing.
And how's that?
It's going really well.
Yeah, it's good.
And because I'm one for, I need to do something with that thought.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I need to do this. The first tool I have at my disposal is my phone to either write it down or email someone or something. But as soon as I open up my phone, the first thing I see is a notification.
Yeah.
No good.
Yeah.
If it's on airplane mode, there's no new notifications or buzzing.
Like that. Yeah.
So what I do is I turn the memo app on and just talk to it. Right? And even more now, because I'm a tech head, I get a microphone little thing plugged into my phone.
Yeah.
And just talk to myself as I with the dog, but there's no headphones on, so people think I'm schizo.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, it's like 18-minute, 30-minute walk. I get home, I transcribe it, and then I map it out into like a to-do list, or have you thought about this? Obviously, I run it through AI.
Yeah.
And then read through it going, holy shit, there's my to-do list for the day. I'm so much more productive. And I was able to think of the critical things I needed to do for that day.
But are you also now outsourcing your critical thinking to AI, because that transcription, you could have used more of your brain to analyze your own thoughts?
I'm going to pull my I'm a foreigner card when I migrated here. English is my second language and I struggled at writing. So it's an optimization.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So, but I agree though. You should be able to, but do you have time, right? Obviously convenience and that. Another way to do it is pen and paper. Go, if you're sitting there for a while, most people, you look around a weight room at a doctor's office or at the bus station, they're down on their phones. How many more people would get more things done if they had a pen and paper to write their thoughts out?
Mate,
I'm even just
illegible.
Less getting things done, just talking and communicating to people.
Yeah.
Like I spoke about it before, but putting my phone down at a coffee shop and then engaging with some guy that I've never really spoken to at the coffee shop, because we were both You could see him
But
actually.
is that normal though? Is that
well,
normal
it is.
behaviour?
It should be.
If I'm at a coffee shop, I don't want to talk to anyone.
No, well,
like
this
I'm there
is-
for a break.
Well, that's.
But yeah, I
this
get what
was
you mean.
so much better.
Yeah.
This was
Yeah.
15 times better than me just sitting there scrolling on my phone. I got to have a chat with this guy, and then ended up being like we've seen each. I've seen this guy every day for the last fucking 3 or 4 years. Never said a word to him. I was like, I started it as you start every conversation. You
want to be friends?
No,
Like
how good's
Stranger
the weather?
Things?
It was how good's the weather? And I was like, finally good. And then we got talking and talking and talking. Found out we align completely with everything. And then he was like, "What's your podcast?" And then
just
start talking about that. And then now we like
He's
every
a
time we
government
see
spy, bro.
Now he's a
been
sponsor.
following
No,
you.
but
His
every
name is
single-
John Elliott.
yeah. But every single time, like I could have been chatting to this guy every single time, and then if I'd just been head down on my phone.
Yeah.
So
That's good that you've done that. But I feel like for me, I struggle with, I don't like getting trapped in conversations I don't want to be in. And I was never like that. So
But
it's
that's
probably
where
a
your
symptom
phone.
of this.
That's
your
where your
phone.
phone is a
Yeah.
perfect tool. Oh, someone's calling me. Fuck off.
Yeah. So, but it ended up being just the more present I've been with everyone. That's not just, I use him as an example.
Yeah.
My daughter.
Yeah.
Like she notices, and I notice, even
Yeah.
if she doesn't say it, I notice that I'm not as present. And she's like, when the development, the extra, the ways they
looking at
improve,
it.
they know.
They're looking at you going, what is he doing?
Exactly. So
And what is that thing that he's always...
my partner, like in the mornings, and probably crept back in a
For those
little
listening,
bit.
it is a woman.
If-
Because when people say my
it's
partner,
crept
Gay.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, go. It's crept in a little bit. It's definitely crept in a little bit again, the social media in the mornings.
Yeah.
But it was, it's been a big thing where, do not disturb on, so no notifications. And if I take in on any social media, it's conscious. Like I'll go onto YouTube and it's a search. It'll be listening to some Alan
need a
Watts
plan.
or something like that
Yeah.
instead of just doom scrolling.
But it sucks you in. It sucks you in. Like
Yeah.
when you share something to someone,
Yes.
wouldn't it be cool if you could share stuff to people that are relevant to what their goals and dreams are or what they're developing in their world? But the algorithm doesn't work like that.
mine's just pure Stranger Things at the moment.
Yeah,
'Cause
mine
you
is
can't.
actually
Because you've said to me, I'm like,
Stranger
oh,
Things.
sick.
Yeah,
Send back.
mine's MMA and all this political shit.
Yeah.
We had a conversation the other day. I was like, bro, I'm actually over this.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm so just excited to develop myself.
Yeah.
And then you can reset the algorithm on Instagram to say, nah, reset.
How?
It just
That's
go,
important for listeners and
Oh,
viewers. How do
man.
you reset your algorithm?
just you go into settings and it's actually quite hard to find, but it's in there. It's reset your.
Yeah.
I think it's the way it interacts with you or whatever.
Yes.
And then the algorithm resets.
Yeah.
It starts sending you all this shit.
That you haven't
like
seen.
tits,
Man.
Andrew Tate.
Angela White was
so
on
it wasn't
my
really
page for some reason.
Wasn't
I
really,
don't
be
know
really
why.
a reset for you, Sydney
Yeah.
Sweeney.
You know what? You
Yeah.
know what you do though, as well. Like
You train it.
You train it.
You train it.
You
And-
can just search.
Yeah, but Instagram's releasing a feature where you can actually say, "Hey, I want more of this stuff."
Yeah.
but it will still naturally,
Yeah, of course.
evolve to
Well,
rubbish.
I'm in that
there's-
point of trying to less consume or create, use it as a this is what I've done, put it out, and then not consume as much. Still get drawn in sometimes, especially in the lead up to Stranger Things for whatever reason. Like again, it's my escapism. This is my fun on the outside.
Yeah. We're gonna have a drinking game every time you guys say Stranger Things on this episode.
But I think moving away from doom scrolling and social media is a positive in every way.
Absolutely. But then we go to the education realm. This is how I built my audience. The kids loved it when I was a teacher because they found it. They're like, "Oh wow, our teacher's on TikTok.
Yeah.
The hell's he doing on there?" And then I made a maths education channel on there. And then during the pandemic, I was live streaming TikTok maths lessons. Kids actually had to actively stop to watch. And I had 300-400 at a time simultaneously. And across 1 week, I had 20,000 kids stop and watch my maths lessons. The comments were all the same. Sir, can I go to the bathroom? Which was funny. And then at the end of it, I get messages on Instagram of the photos of their notepads. I didn't even ask for that. They just sent them to me. Like, Sir, thanks for the lesson. I'm in year 6. I know this was about algebra. I didn't know nothing about it, but now I know stuff. I was like, holy shit.
That's
active.
cool.
Now, if you go on TikTok, there's actually a section on there.
Are you ever gonna go back?
No. It's called STEM.
Here's a trick to solve.
Yeah, right.
So literally on STEM, See if that works. No. So literally on STEM, it's a maths problem. First video, it's a maths problem. Scroll, and then you get something about biology, anatomy.
Yeah.
My Instapage is anatomy.
Microscope, so science stuff. But
that's the Chinese TikTok, eh? That's what they push in China.
Yeah, by default. But that STEM there, nobody knows about that. Nobody realizes it because they're on For You, and that's it.
Let me have a look.
So
Where is this STEM?
So STEM is education.
So STEM is science, technology, English.
Top left. What the fuck? Have you ever noticed that at the top left?
No.
The STEM.
No.
It looks like it's kind of like
what is
a
it?
branding for like a heading because it's like STEM, then explore, following For You.
Yeah,
So STEM is science, technology, English, and maths.
Ah.
So, yeah.
No, engineering and maths, isn't
Engineering and maths?
Yeah.
So could
Science,
they-
technology, engineering, mathematics.
Yeah, fuck English because I hate it.
So wouldn't they?
So
so
language.
Wouldn't they? So couldn't they technically go, well, okay, we're going to not keep kids on TikTok for this part, but they're able to access.
Potentially. But, you know, like the STEM part's the educational part. And that, to my point, what I'm trying to make is without social media, you miss out on an educational part of it. And I know kids naturally don't actively search for it, like their English or maths homework on TikTok because they just default to doom scrolling, which is the problem.
Yeah.
But if we as the parents taught them, hey, you should use this tool to research your things.
Hang on, wait. You're crazy, bro. Are you suggesting a parent influence their child's behavior?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
This
And
is
not the government? What?
It's a weird concept,
That's
but
so insane.
it's progressive.
Wow. Getting parents to actually monitor their kids' behavior, that's fucking wild.
And so a thing like a ban, they think it's an instant. We're making a change.
Yeah.
It's not going to make a change.
No.
It's not going to make a dent in
No.
it. But like you can implement a long 10-year plan where we focus on, sounds cliche, education and awareness and educating parents and the kids as well. And that's not going to have that instant fucking effect. But then an Albanese has 3 years in a campaign to have an impact. So they're like, I want to be the one who did it.
I read an article the other day that apparently this ban isn't going to happen now. They're going to delay it because there's
messy.
problems.
Who voted on this though?
No one.
Because I don't
Exactly.
think any of us.
No, so you know when we
were
did
asked.
the misinformation stuff?
Yeah.
So during that
They slipped it
misinformation, well, they didn't slip it in. Well, they sort of did. Everyone was so focused on pushing against that. Remember when there was
Yes.
like 100 bills put in
Yes.
on the last couple of hours of
Yeah.
they did it then.
And there's no way to stop it, right?
no
or
crossing.
there is a bunch of kids that are appealing via a lawyer.
Yeah, I'm very
representing.
interested to see how this goes.
But it was so interesting to read the article. It was basically the government said, no, none of this is going to make a difference. They were like, it doesn't matter if they're appealing, it's going through regardless. I'm like, how fucking arrogant is that?
Yeah. Did you hear
Just
about some of the social media people or influencers that are leaving the country because their main demographic?
Really?
They won't be able to watch them. I'm just like, I swear that you can't even get on the platform if you're under 16. Obviously, you can fake it, but now obviously there's going to be some ID stuff.
Yeah.
But my theory to that is it's just going to be like some kid's going to go, hey, mum, can I use your phone? I want to scroll on TikTok.
Yeah.
And that mum's probably like late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're going to see that demographic on the app of like, let's say I go on my TikTok and say what my demographic is for the last month. There's going to be a spike in
Yeah.
that demographic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because all the kids under 16 that have their parents in that age
Yeah.
group going to go, oh,
Well,
use
Yeah,
your
even
parents'
to
phone.
watch Peppa Pig and that, and parents are just going to log on and give the iPad.
I think
Yeah.
YouTube Kids isn't under the thing.
Yeah.
That's a very
JB
separate
Hi-Fi is going to have a resurgence in the DVD section.
thing. Yeah.
It's just
well,
like-
no, YouTube Kids isn't under it. That's not banned.
Well, that's good.
So YouTube won't be a thing. But YouTube
itself.
itself, they're different apps.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Wow.
So they will have that. But that's, I mean, again, that's not good.
Well, all
we
that's gonna happen-
We shouldn't have kids just zoning out. I'm guilty of it as a parent, as zoning out just watching YouTube Kids. YouTube Kids is a fucking, it's a nightmare.
Cesspit.
No, well, it's fine. Like it's all kid stuff. There's no messaging. There's no predatory stuff on there. There's probably a little bit of propaganda, like, you know, getting a bit of the LGBTQ plus stuff into there. But regardless, that as a platform, it's specifically for kids. And regardless, we shouldn't be having our kids just do that. when we did have TV when we were young, so I understand that.
We had curfews on when we could watch it.
Exactly. We had rules, we had discipline. You can't do it until you've done your homework or your chores and whatnot. And then you had to wait. You had ads. You had, if you wanted to stay up to watch something, you had to record it. And
there wasn't a TV in every room.
Exactly. You had to share.
Where do you think the attention could go from the kids between the age of like 6 to 15?
They're just going to find a workaround. You know straight away.
What do you think that
there will be a workaround?
How do you reckon that will work?
Don't know yet, because like there's a workaround for everything. If you want to watch a movie, you go to the Pirate Bay. If you wanted to download songs, you would go to LimeWire. There's a workaround.
There'll be a migration.
Everything.
So what is it?
So
Blue Sky at the moment.
Who knows? Whatever that next
TalkTick,
TubeU,
Grandminster.
Blue Sky is the one at the moment. So they'll navigate. They'll all migrate to Blue Sky.
How do you invest in the shares of this next?
So
there's money to be made.
Well, they've made valid points as well in Parliament, and they've said, well, what's the difference? Blue Sky is Twitter, but for liberals. So why aren't you banning that?
Is it really?
Yeah. And
sounds like a terrible place.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Anyway, but it's
I thought Twitter was just for liberals before Elon took over.
Yeah. Well, it's very true.
Yeah.
It's old Twitter.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's
So there's VPN.
Sense.
So there's VPN.
Yeah.
Right. And the E-Safety Commission has stated that platforms must take steps to prevent a VPN circumvention.
Which sucks for adults, because I would use VPN when I was overseas to stream AFL or legit to allegedly watch porn when I was in Scotland, because I had to give my ID before I logged on
but
to
now
watch.
Platforms can block known VPN exit nodes.
That's horrendous.
Yeah. So the government's ruining your AFL overseas experience.
Yeah.
Escapism.
Yes, it
You're
is.
escapism the country to escape back to watch the footy, but you can't do that now.
Well, I said to my mates, I was like, this is fucked. I don't want to have to pretend I'm in Australia to jerk off.
Yeah.
I was VPNing here to log on and watch. I know my mum listens to this, so I'm going to tell her not to listen to this episode. But like, it's wild. And, you know, I had a bit where I'm trying on stage where it's like, if you can't prove who you are, you have to do a face scan to prove you're over 16. I was like, you don't want to see my face before I'm about to jerk off. Like, that is not going to be a good definition of why I'm fucking over 16.
Yeah. There's some other data I've pulled up. The limits of age assurance technology. So the government's reliance on age assurance technologies is predicated on the belief that these tools are mature.
Yeah.
They're not mature. The age assurance technology trial conducted by KGR on behalf of the government suggests otherwise.
So do you think the mess is intentional?
Yeah.
Because
I think a lot of messes are intentional.
What else are they going to be able to do to verify your age?
Yeah.
ID. But I don't think it's intentional. I think the people that are pushing it truly believe that they're doing a good thing.
No, they don't.
But they've had the idea almost like Inception by those that want the control.
You think Albanese genuinely is looking after kids? You think he genuinely is doing this for that reason?
No, he's doing it so he can have a legacy of something that
I don't even
changed.
think that. I don't even think that. I think he's doing it because he's a puppet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not...
every politician's a puppet.
Yeah, he's a puppet of the WEF. And look what this is. It's a perfect trial, and it's going to go... there's already other countries going, we're going to do the exact same thing Australia's doing.
Why are we so fucked, man?
We are the test place.
It's so
Always
fucked.
have been.
And even the thing that made news today and yesterday, depending when you're listening to it, the lady that flew to New York, $100,000 in taxpayer money. She took 3 staffers. It was $100,000 return, which it doesn't cost.
She's so arrogant in her response. She's like, we're doing this because we're transparent, and you've asked this for an FOI, and we've taken that information on notice, so we'll give you the next lot on notice.
It's ridiculous. Like, they're spruiking a system that hasn't worked yet.
Yeah.
They've flown to New York to spruik the ban, and that ban isn't even in place.
They
Why would you promote something that you don't know fucking works yet?
Yeah.
And the fact that I have no issue with politicians taking business class at all. I know what it's like to travel for work. And if you're changing time zones, you need to be able to sleep and lie down. I have no issue as a taxpayer funding a politician who's supposed to be acting on my behalf, having a good rest. And a return is $8,000 to $16,000 one way.
Yeah.
Now, I would have no issue because they're going to be rested. They're going to represent best. There is no need for them to take a first class
What about,
journey to New York and back. Absolutely zero need.
you mentioned the weather before. What about investing $98 million on a website
That's
to tell the weather?
awesome. So good.
Would you do that? Like, you need to know the weather.
Now-
Yeah.
You need to make sure that so much money has been invested
And it
to
was-
make sure it's accurate.
So-
and the website's not even working.
You know,
So
the
the-
weathermen get things wrong.
The question, the thing I find interesting about that, like, it doesn't cost that.
It doesn't even cost $4 million.
Mate,
The
if you-
original
if
budget.
you gave me $1 million and I didn't know how to make
I would figure out.
I'd figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
I'd make you a good website.
For $1 million,
But
your website could finish you
it's
off.
It's not about it's definitely
money
didn't-
laundering.
It
Yes.
is
It's money
misappropriating taxpayer money to go into other areas. And to go down the tinfoil hat area, this is exactly what they said with Age of Disclosure: is how do you fund all these secret programs? They misappropriate, misallocate funds that are for something else. So a $98 million website that doesn't even work, they probably did only spend $4 million.
But the budget was 4.
yeah, so they probably only did spend 4.
But even having a budget of 4 for a website is insane.
I totally
Like-
agree. It's ridiculous.
I had my website made for like
Yeah.
$300.
Yeah,
you
it's
can
pretty-
tell,
and
but
it's-
like,
it does a job. And yeah, so those sorts of things, we can't even look into that because Albanese brought through a law that they can turn down freedom of information
Really?
requests. Yeah,
so it's not called freedom of information anymore.
No, yeah.
It's called information you can't get.
yeah.
That's fucking insane. Why?
It's-
Why? What? Who's letting this happen? Like,
We voted them in.
yeah, but who voted
well,
on
I
not
didn't,
being able
but-
to have freedom of information?
It was this is the thing. They don't have to do anything. Once they're in as the government, they're like, you voted us in, now we're going to make the best decisions on your behalf.
So
these sorts of ideas
Mate.
should be cross-examined, and we should have a lot of crossbenchers that are able to actually vote on this. But some of these things, and this is why I wanted to ask Senator Rennick about this. Why are there bills that just get rammed through without cross-examination and votes? And they all get voted on, but
Corruption.
they're not always there as well. Like you can, if it's not important, people just don't show up. They're like, yeah, cool, that's all good. It's not.
We're fucked, eh? We're basically fucked.
So
Sort of.
We need to get Senator Rennick's party.
going back to
Is that fresh? Is that old?
That's from the other day.
whilst we're still on the topic of ID and stuff.
Yeah.
The privacy trade-off. So freedom of information. Australia has implicitly decided that the safety of children justifies the end of online anonymity.
Implicitly, yeah.
Yeah.
So they've used the ID they've used kids to justify digital
Yeah.
ID.
The reasonable steps required to verify age will necessitate a surveillance architecture that affects every user, regardless of age.
Yeah.
So that's now what we're talking about.
That's what it comes down to.
That's what it comes down to.
And it's happening. I can't say how I know, but
And people will argue, oh, but I don't have any skeletons. I don't care. Yeah, have my ID. And some people will be like, it's already been happening. You know, we've got the health shit and all this stuff. And, you know, what about passports, right? I don't want to lose my passport. What happens if I lose my passport? It's fucked.
Yeah.
When I have it on my phone, it's more convenient. What if I lose my phone?
What is the issue is when they connect it all together to a central
money.
identity.
Have you seen
So
what they're
that's your
doing
money,
in the UK
that's-
with the bank statements and the CO2 emission?
Yeah, the carbon
stuff?
footprint. Yeah.
That's just a fun little stat.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about.
They
the
already
fun
have
little
the
stat.
framework in place.
Yeah.
It's easy to.
And then it's like, oh, cool. Look, you've spent enough money for today. That's your carbon footprint's maximized. You can't spend any more money. It's like, oh, I guess I won't,
yeah.
fuel my car up that I need to get home with that I've just been blocked out of.
Yeah.
I have cash, but that's useless.
It's just instating, like, the reason people should care is because it's creating the two-tiered class system.
Yeah.
It's removing the middle class, and you're either going to forever be poor, or the rich are going to get richer, and there's going to be no way to make that gap up.
The paradox in this whole social media ban is the fact that the people who want the social media ban want it now. They want the impact to happen now because they are a victim of the social media creating this instant gratification that they've all been used to. So they still want it now. We can see it happening in our kids. The paradox is they're actually trying to put in a system that's not going to work because of the system that's created this. So it ends up being one of these sort of loops. The only way to undo something that's taken 10, 15, 20 years to build up is to spend 10, 20 years to undo it. And generally, probably even longer. We're a victim of our own
instant gratifications.
Yeah,
culture.
exactly. So the people who are trying to make the changes are a victim of that same culture.
Yeah.
And because they want it right now, they're not willing to take the time to correct it in a better way, a more effective way. And by banning anything, nothing good has come from banning anything in the past. Never.
Yeah.
There's always a rebellion.
There's always banning alcohol. What did that result in? You know, like we see
Al Capone becoming very rich.
Exactly. There's always a get around instead of education and working with the people that you're trying to impact.
You're trying to control them.
Yeah, instead of trying to tell them what to do, empower them to make the right decisions themselves.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't remember which guest we had on that said it, is Australia, we look to the government to solve our problems instead of us. I think it was Senator Rennick. We want the government to govern us instead of us taking responsibility and governing ourselves as people. We want the government to fix everything. Oh, the roads are bad. Government, fix it. Schools are bad. We want government to fix it. Fucking medical's bad. Fix it, government. Everyone, fix it. You have to fix it.
And there's
you just get them. They're just fucking people like us.
And there's a lack of the accountability that we see, and people get that victim mentality. So anything that's going wrong, they blame others. It's like we see what's happening with kids and the problems that it's creating, instead of blaming themselves as parents and, you know, letting themselves be a part of that and be a victim of it, they're blaming social media.
Yeah. So
it feels like this is just the way to get digital ID in. Like it's just
not feels like
it is the way.
It is.
So going back to the kids, that's my main focus in terms of prevention, optimization, and solution. What are we preventing our kids from learning if we take social media away?
Learning all things technology, how to use tech.
Well, on a positive, what we're taking away from them from learning is all the lies and the bad things in life, you know. And
but we're also we can optimize that as parents, as teachers, to teach them how to filter that.
Yes.
To go, how do you know this is true? Where's that source come from?
Yeah.
Critical thinking, right? So that's been taken away.
Yeah, there's no ability to discern.
But even people our age that aren't really privy to it, they don't have that skill. Parents don't have that skill. They've believed the news. You try telling anyone that's over 60 things that the news say that isn't real, and it's a fucking aneurysm, man.
And it's getting worse with the AI implementation too. I'm a big advocate for AI, but also I'm a big advocate of learning how to build your bullshit filter.
Yeah.
And with that taken away from the kids, they won't be able to do that. Like when I get to the age of 16, oh my God, social media. Oh wow, look at all this information. And if there's no education about how if it's true or not, all of a sudden they can just go down a path of like,
Well, it used to be that the dopamine high was at the actual event. I think it was Chris Williamson I've seen speaking about this. It was the moment where you score the touchdown.
Yeah.
Then it's shifted to the moment that you watch back you watch back the film. You see the film, and now the dopamine high is when you actually post it for other people to see.
I saw that.
That's insane.
Yeah. So that has shifted your actual present, the dopamine not being from the actual experience, but sharing it with
others. It's like the Spotify Wrapped. I got it yesterday. I was like, oh, sick. Blink-182 again. And I'm surprised.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm going to share this with people because everybody else is doing it.
Yeah.
And then the moment I shared it, I was like, fuck yeah. And then instantly after, I was like, no one gives a fuck.
Well, the happier or the more content and at ease you are, the less you share. I've definitely noticed that with myself. And now I see it with others going through potentially similar things that I've gone through in the past, like a divorce or something like that.
Mate, you can tell.
Yeah, you can tell. You can see. And it's the happier or the more at ease or the more secure or fulfilled, whatever the word you want to use is.
You can always tell when someone's going through a breakup based off their social media habit.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What they post. It's crazy.
As an educator, it's important to build rapport with your kids before you give them that education. And on social media, I did that and learned that that's marketing. Build rapport with your audience, and then you can sell them whatever you need. The problem with that is most people sell bullshit, and they're full of shit. So they're creating a fake persona online to sell them shit that they don't need. So there's another thing that, the kids are going to be shelved away from for a bit. But again, that education needs to come back to them to go, how do you manage this in, when you're 16 and older, and when you're older as well? Yeah. Like Black Friday just came about.
Yeah.
How many fucking things did you see on ads that you're like, holy shit, I do need that? It's getting worse.
I thought it was a rally.
I typed in kettlebell. I'm still getting ads for kettlebells. I was like, fuck, I don't need kettlebell anymore. I don't need that
I
shit.
wrote a joke yesterday in my notes and I've started getting ads about it.
Yeah.
In your notes on your phone?
In my notes.
I get ads about things I talk about all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, penis enlargement. Yeah, all the time. Fucking anything I discuss, it'll pop up as an ad.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not even a conspiracy. It's true. We know that your phone is listening for keywords.
Yeah.
And it markets to you.
Yeah.
But, that Chris Williams fact, that's interesting because I reckon they would never have studied dopamine spikes previous to sharing because it didn't exist. So it would we probably already have a natural dopamine high. I can tell you why. Because how good is it when you know a secret and you get to share it with someone? You feel fucking good, man, because you're on the inside circle and you're sharing it. So it's not just on social media, connecting with people, bringing new information that they don't know.
Yeah, so
that's why the news was so successful, because you would learn news and you're like, oh, let's share this news.
Yes.
So I think that comparison is probably not a true comparison saying, oh, this is the cause of social media. I reckon prior to scoring a touchdown, you already probably get more dopamine from connecting with other humans.
Yeah,
so
it's the connection. Yeah. The connecting and that's what we're getting now is false connection.
Yeah,
that's what social media is. It's false connection. It's not real connection. It is putting that phone down and talking to the guy at the coffee shop I was talking about. Felt far better. Felt real and probably more impactful as well.
But even trying to check what's fake and what's not is hard, because you can Google did a horse fucking run through the cafe, and there might be 5 fake articles.
I got sent a jet ski slamming into a boat, and the guy just made a massive hole in it, and he just like shook it off. I was like, that's AI.
It's probably been the good part of ChatGPT and AI that I've implemented is if Delby sends me something and I'll quickly go, right, before I get all angry about this, quickly, is this happening, blah, 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 and it'll say yes or no, and it's conflicted because of this. It has an understanding of the algorithms, and then I'm like, okay, cool. And if I'm a bit dubious on its answer, I'll then double down and go, yeah, but... and I'll use my own discernment.
But then you're relying on whoever's created ChatGPT not to be biased, which doesn't work, because if there's woke chat, there's fucking not woke. Yeah. There's always a bias between what information they're gathering.
Yeah, but they give you the articles, and then you can at least see whether or not it's just a flat out lie. So sometimes there's things that are just absurd, and you're like, surely not. And then sometimes you're like, oh my God, it actually did happen. This is ridiculous.
So with this year being the first year of the beta generation, my daughter included, so 2025. So Alpha's all been born now.
Congratulations.
Alpha's 1987, mate.
Yeah. So now these kids will be woken up with, or born into AI, into phones, digital, social, until when they're 16, I guess. What do you guys, how do you guys see that unfolding for that generation?
I got no clue, bro.
It's
honestly
interesting.
I can't even predict.
Well, I'm seeing a natural rejection of social media anyway.
Yeah.
A natural drawing away from it. Like
a full circle moment?
Yes. The cooler kids, they're like, I'm past social media.
It's already happening.
Yeah. They're going backwards already. So this is why this social media ban, I don't think is needed. I think it's the same with alcohol. We're seeing that natural push. People are not drinking.
Yeah, people are getting up at 5 a.m. to rave at coffy clubs.
Yeah, exactly.
My mate DJ Shannon.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Shannon. Yeah.
And so there's a natural rejection of all these things that through social media they've learned are very harmful for them, and they're just buying into propaganda.
Or they're becoming domesticated and tamed by the government to be more compliant.
No, not drinking is a positive.
Big positive.
Working on your health and your wellness and your mindset and having potential freedom and entrepreneurship is massive positive. Though all the kids are starting, not all of them, but you're seeing it was just like rave. Oh, I fall into the trap. I'm going to fucking take drugs. I'm going to be a fucking idiot and do nothing. And then they just get stuck in a job. And
Yeah.
now the kids are like, I guess through social media, seeing this, you don't have to fall into those traps.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a positive of social media. These trends are actually reversing the impact that social media has had on them.
What do you think the kids will be going for information now, going into the next year or so? Especially the younger ones.
It'd still be Google.
In primary school,
Yeah.
we'd go to the library. I'd just be on the Wes Wally books and Guinness Book of Records. That's all my information.
Yeah.
But like
good
now,
problem solving skills.
Yeah.
And statistical
I mean,
analysis.
I used to watch documentaries. Did you watch documentaries?
Yeah, I loved the doco. I read a lot of books, but that was fiction. If I ever needed information, I would get it from Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yeah.
And you'd ask your parents.
Well, they can
and
still
your
Google.
teachers.
They can still go on
Yeah.
Google. They'll be restricted with their
16 plus
Yeah,
sites.
yeah, exactly.
But they also have to learn how to read more now because they're used to watching it and
Yeah.
listening to it.
So this is the thing. These positive. There's
So many positives.
So many positives to keeping these kids off social media. But
But it needs to just be 16 and that's it. Not, you're 38, we need to verify who you are.
yeah,
It doesn't, that's not the aim of the.
What if you identify as 38 but you're 12?
there's the loop.
Then you need a psychologist.
Yeah,
Because it should be, the simple thing is it should be legal guardian or parent that verifies who their kid is and that's it.
yeah.
You shouldn't have to verify who you are.
Again, you're putting the onus on the parent.
Yeah.
Daniel.
But, or the legal guardian or whatever, so.
Yeah.
But it's just fucked. It's not. It shouldn't. Yeah, it shouldn't just transfer across to now me needing to give the government my information just because they want to stop a 16-year-old kid.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just my algorithm, and this is unfortunate that kids aren't going to see this now because this is positive stuff. But I'm seeing a lot of people talk about this idea of sacrificing what you want in order to get what you want. So it's sacrificing the very thing that you can have right then and there to attain what you want. So
Delayed gratification, is that what you mean?
well, it's more of this idea. I'll be happy when
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this in place, this in place, this in place, this in place, and then I'll be happy.
Which is
Whereas you've sacrificed that whole lot of happiness to get that one little moment of happiness that potentially might not even happen because you might get there and go, cool.
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah.
So you're sacrificing the very thing you're chasing.
So how would you combat that?
How? This is difficult because it is this going back into, because we've grandiosed. No, what have we done? We've made these.
hijacked or something.
We've hijacked achievements
Yeah.
as being these huge things.
I'm on this.
They have to be.
Yeah.
They have to be. You have to be the. We're guilty of it here.
Yeah.
We have to be the biggest podcast in Australia to have achieved something. We have
we
to.
do.
Yeah. We have to sell out Astathea to feel fucking that accomplishment. Whereas this idea of maybe one of my most happiest and most peaceful moments was just sitting in the backyard listening to some music and being at complete peace. And that's not celebrated as much as the extreme highs, and it should be.
No,
and I think that's potentially where we have to come back to.
That's a habit. That's a habit that you have, going to the backyard and chilling out, but also mapping out different habits that you need to instill in yourself every day to achieve whatever goals you do. If I ask you a question, like what habits would you need to instill to become the #1 podcast in Australia? Give me 3 habits that you have to instill.
Or consistency
Do you enjoy being consistent with this?
with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Right. What else?
Yes. Curiosity.
Do you like being curious?
Love being curious.
What else?
And
guests.
quality.
Quality. And do you enjoy like looking and seeing how you can make it
Of course.
increase the quality?
Yeah.
If you were not guaranteed to become the top podcast in Australia, those 3 habits that you get to do every day, are you stoked?
Yeah. So we've talked about this.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's it. And if you continue to focus on those 3,
Yeah.
and you're stoked about doing that,
Yeah.
the ultimate goal is inevitable, or it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
And for any new listeners, that's that was the whole thing anyway.
Yeah.
We weren't focused on being #1. We just enjoy doing
it,
this,
yeah.
having
Yeah.
a chat.
It is
talking
good
shit.
and I noticed, it's very funny. I noticed that exact thing this morning. I was editing a clip, and it was a clip I put up last week with Boris.
Yeah.
And then I realized, okay, on YouTube, it goes longer than a certain amount of time, so I can't use the input audio.
Yeah.
So I have to do it myself. So I went on to CapCut and started re-editing it, and then I just got in this flow of adding in like sound effects to add into exactly how the picture on the background looks, and I was having so much fun doing it. And I was like, why did not the first time I put it out, I rushed it just to get it out. And then this one, I was like, this was so much more fun. And it was creative, and I was watching it, and I was like, "Oh my god, I don't care if this goes well. I love that video."
Enjoying
and then
the
I was
process.
like, the process. Remember, and it was like a little kick.
Yeah.
Remember the process. You got to enjoy that. Don't put it out for the likes or the views. Put it out because you like it.
For me, it was when I get a moment of inspiration, how quickly I can put it out onto something, whether it's paper or video. It wasn't the fact that, oh my god, this will go viral. It is. I need to just put it out because it's an idea in a moment in time when my creativity, inspiration is at its height.
Yeah.
And it needs to be documented right there.
Yeah.
It's like, it's almost a curse because like you could be in the middle of doing something.
Yeah.
And you're like, I need to do this right now.
Yeah.
And you,
I feel like that's where I'm feeling a bit of stagnation and sadness lately, is because I'm not acting on the ideas that I have.
I was about to say,
like,
do you
so
prefer
fun.
executing the ideas, or do you like, because you love coming up with ideas?
I like executing them. But I need, like, I can do it on my own, but I can't. Like, I want to do it with people, man. You want that community.
you need to surround yourself with those people a lot more often.
Yeah.
And, you know.
I'm stuck on my own, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, like Twitter, like Dave Hughes, for example, with his Twitter page and his Instagram page, he'd put up all these little one-liners or whatever all the time. And just smashing them out, and it's incredible. Being able to do it with someone else, the way to do that is, I guess, the quickest way is online. If you have a question or whatever, or if you're stuck on something, how can you overcome it straight away without being frustrated? Because what happens when you get stuck on something in this day and age? Pick up your phone and you fucking just escape because you can't fix a problem. But a little bit of a sponsored plug, I guess. You notice my shirt, Olympus Insights. I've been involved in this project where you literally share your screen with it and you just go, hey, I'm stuck on this, and it'll tell you how to fix it.
Is it human or AI?
AI.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do screenshots or watch tutorials or anything. The kids as well, they'll be banned from that anyway.
Yeah.
But then you just be like, oh, I'm stuck here. What do I do? And it'll help you.
Well, I would call a friend for that. So that's where I'm not.
But people aren't answering their
50-50.
phones these days, or they're busy, or they may not know. So that's
so
where
what is what concerns me about AI?
Yeah.
Because there's huge positives. Like you've just given a few. I use it for certain things, and what concerns me is it being used as a
creative tool.
Once you've got a centralized data spot for everything, whether it's tax, whether it's health, anything, doesn't matter what it is.
Joke book.
It's all within this one little thing. Your texts, your messages, everything are in this little thing, and then using AI to just go, right, we've got a system that just analyzes every single person's digital ID and then see where they're not obeying, they're not complying, what they're doing. And so that is concerning to me because it will be leveraged in that way.
It's like Minority Report.
Yeah, it's not AI itself. It's the people who control AI or who use the AI for their own benefit that I am concerned about.
Yeah, Minority Report's great. I've thought about that exact, dialogue of information. It's like, what are you thinking could happen like with these data centers? They're like, hey, it looks like your mate's sent a photo of this bag with white powder in it. Are you going to reply to go and hang out with him, or are you going to ignore it?
Well, here you go. So here's one, and definitely something that's gone a bit viral lately. So yeah, it's not us revealing this story, but are you aware of the story of the lady in UK who got beaten?
There's so many. It doesn't really narrow it down.
Well, this is true, yeah. So there was a lady who in the UK who
beat up by a guy.
Yeah, got beaten up by her boyfriend.
Still hasn't narrowed it down.
Yeah. So she got beat up by her boyfriend, and obviously that's terrible.
Was it the boyfriend, or was it just a dude?
I think it was the boyfriend.
Right.
And reported it to police. and
Text her friend.
text her friend, personal text.
She said the F word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and she got busted?
No, she called him a faggot.
Oh, yeah.
Bang, done. And
I'll say
she-
faggot as well, so
Okay.
I can.
All right. Tucker
I can-
Carlson. I
Yes.
won't.
Yeah. But there's nothing there's nothing wrong with us saying it while we're talking
Yet.
about it. But yes, correct.
Quote unquote faggot.
So she called him a faggot in a personal text
Yeah.
to her friend,
To a friend.
and they arrested her. She's the one who's been charged. He hasn't been done for the assault.
How do they get the information?
This
Because
is
the
my
friend fucking snitched.
So this is my
The
concern.
friend dobbed on her.
And so this is my concern. It's like, well, regardless of whether the friend did or not, they're going to have access to our messages. So this is a personal.
No, but the reason they
I
had
know,
it.
I know, but
yeah.
this is the danger of the future. Is soon you won't need a friend to snitch. They will have an AI algorithm that goes, oh, you've sent a message that said faggot in it, and then you will be in charge, or you will be held accountable for your use of that word. It's a personal text. When I said I used AI to do some background checking on this. When I looked at it, they said it's not being reported the same as what people are saying. For example, she didn't make a public statement saying saying he was a faggot. She said it in a personal text, and I was like, "That's even
Worse.
That's even worse because this is a private thing. We haven't embarrassed or shamed someone on a public platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was clearly
that person
angered.
wouldn't have
Yeah.
known.
Yes.
that,
I
mean,
that insult was
the heaviest punishment
But also,
in-
she got punched in the fucking face by him.
Yes.
And he got off,
Yeah.
and she went to
Exactly.
And
So-
in Australia, the highest punishment so far for saying faggot is a 4-match ban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this isn't this isn't about the word faggot. This is about the use of
Technology.
invasive technology to be
Yeah.
able to really hold people accountable for their private messages. That's the fear of having these sorts of systems.
Those
in
memes
place.
about group chats got leaking out. They're not going to even be leaked out. Meta's just going to have access to
Correct.
them going, 2016, you dressed up as this specific character for Muck Up Day, and these photos have come to our attention.
Yeah.
We'd like to have a...
You know the response? No, that's AI.
Well, that's a good point.
AI.
Yeah. Also, there's a part of me, and I don't know how well this works. That we talked about civil non-compliance. Were you on there when we talked about that? Maybe
I
Perth
think you said
Dude
it.
Food, your mate, Perth
Lockie.
Dude Food. Yep. So we talked about civil non-compliance and just going, move on. He was talking about his old man at the old RSL, and they're like, nah, I'm not doing it, and they just carry on with their beer, and they're like, they don't care.
Yeah.
If we collectively did that as a society, remember like when
It'll never happen though.
I know, but remember when the mask mandates came in? The reason that worked is because people went, "Oh, okay, I better do it." But if 5 million people say no, they can't stop 5
You can't
million
arrest
people.
everyone.
Exactly. So it is a collective civil non-compliance. Now,
Yeah,
whether
but
that's
by even suggesting that, you get punished, and before it even happens,
correct.
because you're inciting like
hate speech or
just
mob
like-
mentality or...
Well,
a riot.
actually,
or like,
I need to.
what's the word where you don't adhere to society?
I need to check this because this
You're
is
a rebel.
so concerning. Let me just.
We have to
check
all
the-
come into like mind alignment. Like, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, well, that'll
work
be
on the telekinesis.
that'll be checked soon as well.
Yeah.
But the vague terms. So there's been a warning given by the Australian Federal. There's been a warning given by the Australian Federal Police, and they said that anyone that is viewed in Australia to be eroding social fabric
That's the word.
will be held accountable.
Yeah. So if you said do civil non-compliance, you are charged with eroding social compliance.
Well, the words, what was it? Eroding social fabric is so vague
Yeah.
because
Subjective
it's
too.
subjective
Yeah.
to their interpretation as to what is interrupting what they think is
Yeah.
a wonderful society. What if their society is a dictatorship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up to them. They've put those words in place. The Australian Federal Police are using a vague term to be able to basically
Do what they want.
do what they want
Yeah.
and really just go after whoever they feel they
Say the word revolution. I've got my culture is built around revolution.
yeah. So that's concerning.
Yeah.
But then at what point would a police officer, people who are in these roles, look at what's happening
Yeah.
and then go,
The people that
I'm
you
not doing
need
it.
are the police.
Yes.
You need the police to be like, hang on, this is ludicrous.
Hmm.
And they're the ones that need to not
Which
follow through on
yes.
crazy government directives.
Which I did feel like we saw a hint of when the police, was it the commissioner?
Yeah, about the left.
Pointed out that was the issue-motivated left
I saw that.
was responsible for the violent part of the protests. And so basically...
Does he still have a job?
Well,
That'd be interesting.
But that's a slam dunk on the media. That is consistently vocalizing that one side is responsible for this violence. And then, again, another example of fake news, isn't it? It's another example of the fake news. The mainstream media is just the megaphone for whichever political ideology it wants to align with.
Other than civil non-compliance,
Right.
what can you actually do? It's like,
Well, I think,
you
honestly...
got to speak to your local counsellor and that's pretty much it.
It might seem counterintuitive, but I think that is it. I think it is just collectively, everyone just going, no, I'm not doing it, carry on.
Yeah, but it
Jesus.
I don't think it works.
You don't think they will?
No,
It would work if it did.
If everyone did, but they wouldn't, man. Like everyone, people want their life to be easy and
Yeah, so
it takes too much effort.
What would make you really consider using digital ID?
Well, I need to make a living.
Yeah,
So I need to sell tickets.
Yeah, but so what would be that thing? So like for me...
I would have to use it. I would have to get it for me to do what I love, to do my job. I have to sell tickets in Sydney, which means I need a Facebook account, which means
I need
Meta, I need marketing.
Facebook.
Yeah, or Insta.
Social media.
Yeah, and travel.
This reminds me
That was it for me. So if they went, you need one to travel, that's the one. See, and if someone like me, who's fucking staunchly against it, is going, fuck.
Yeah, you have
travel came
that's
up,
what I mean.
I'd consider.
So what about asking questions to the governing body?
That's eroding social fabric, mate.
Is it?
Yeah.
Now, my thoughts are just like you were going to have to get vaccinated to travel, just like you were going to have to get this passport to be able to go into pubs. Eventually, the law or the right people will make the right decisions and it won't work. Itself will be eroding the social fabric. So they'll actually step it back,
That's
regress
what I
it,
mean
and then
by
you won't need it. So if you
questions.
hold strong...
But you're not allowed to question via protest because that's eroding social fabric. So you need to rely on those that are representing you at a grassroots level.
So that is a good question because they've got the post and boast laws coming in that they're proposing in WA, but they've also can you legally protest?
No.
Under those those words.
Is asking a question publicly counted as protesting?
Depends how you ask it, but yeah, it's just the fact that you're asking a question means that you're protesting against something that's being
That's
told to you.
A bit subjective though. I'll tell you a story about Socrates. You know the story of Socrates?
No, I am
Live in the
interested.
trash man.
So Socrates, he was a Greek philosopher, and he was sentenced to death by Athenian court in 39 BC, and died by drinking a poison of hemlock. He is accused of impiety and corrupting the youth, and after a trial, the jury voted for him to carry out his own execution. Now, what was he charged for? He was charged against official charges against him were impiety and corrupting
What's
the youth.
that word? Amputee?
Impiety.
How do you spell it?
IMPIETY.
Impiety.
Impiety. Second language.
No, I'm just trying to see if I've heard of it. I haven't heard of it.
So, with many members of Athenian society viewing his constant questioning as a threat to democracy.
There you go.
Right? Now, Socrates, and then you have the Socratic method. Have you heard of the Socratic method?
Yeah, I think we vaguely touched on it
Yeah,
last
I'll
time.
just give the definition before we do that.
Yeah.
Impiety is a lack of reverence or proper respect for a god or for something considered sacred.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
Is the government considered a god or sacred?
Well, the way that the Australians treat them, yes.
Right.
But
So Socratic method, really quick summary. Identify what are you thinking? So why do I say that? Or why do you say what you just said?
Yeah.
because
not-
you're worried for your freedoms.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, let's say you're the government and I'm asking you, why do you say that?
Yeah.
And then go, explain in more detail what you mean. Why is my reaction to these, what is my reaction to your thoughts? But then go challenge the thought, not protest, but challenge. is this always true? Under what conditions could this not be true? What assumptions am I making, or what assumptions are you making based on why you're putting this into power? Do I always have to react in this way to the thought? Me, you, whatever. And then you go down, examine the facts behind your belief. Is the source reliable? So why are you putting this into action? What sources did you gather to make this conclusion, to put this bill into place? No one's like, I'm seeing, this is what I look at when I look at politics. Is there any evidence to contradict it?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they ignore it. They always ignore it.
And
this is well, my point is, if everybody questions, then that's when the whole of society will go, hang on, collectively, without needing someone to be the preacher, right? To go, everybody should come together and,
correct.
It's the questioning. You have to question in that way. So
Yourself.
everybody, and yourself, everybody listening, Socratic method, look it up.
Well, questioning.
Because really it just, it makes you reflect on, do you feel that way because you've based it off a source that hasn't been right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Because it
correct.
looks at why you're feeling that way, and you're like, Branchy told me, and well, hang on a sec.
Yes.
Branchy might be wrong.
My favorite is that exact. There is a section here. Look at it from a different angle. Is it possible for someone to see it differently? And what would their counter argument be? The problem with conversations, whether it's with mates, whether it's a liberal or the government, the conversations aren't there.
So the conversations aren't there because the media don't ask, and the media don't ask because they've been placed there
Correct.
and they're being paid for.
Yeah.
But
And if you do ask, you end up like Charlie Kirk.
well,
That's-
this is true.
I was
and-
going to get to that.
And then you've got people like independent podcasters, and independent journalists, and
Right.
these sorts of people who make comment on them from an unbiased, or I would suggest there's probably a bit of bias because you almost push it. Yeah, exactly. So I think we definitely went to the extreme of like, we're pushing against no matter what. And now we've come back to that, like, you still got to push back, but you've just got to have a little happy medium. And I think that's where if you go back to yourself, ask questions.
Yeah.
There's all we can do is ask questions.
Yeah.
From as much of an unbiased point of view as possible. And then when you go back to self, we've spoken about Bryn Edwards, who talks about systemic organizational psychology. He's in that area. It always comes back to self. And so they'll do that within a family. They'll do it within an organization. They'll do it within a footy team. But they've been able to do it within communities, which suggests that you could do it within a state and a nation. So if it always comes back to self, asking questions why you believe that, why you think that, why you feel like that's not going to be the best solution for you, then you can start to understand your purpose, your place.
That's where we start.
Yes.
The self.
Yeah.
And if we can broadcast that properly and how to unblock that.
Yeah, but that's the scary thing because it makes people face all the shitty things they've done and all their shitty beliefs, and it just destructs their whole fabric of being, and they can't handle that. So they're like,
Is that an ego problem?
yeah, big time.
That
yeah.
mirror getting held up
Yeah.
is difficult.
It
realize-
crumbles your world. That's why it's easier to just jump on board with people that agree with you because you're like, oh, I'm safe here.
Yeah,
I
when you
don't have to face how shitty of a person.
Yeah, it's like being on like a Fremantle Docker supporter. Fuck.
But when you do see from someone as other point of view, and you're like, I was the asshole in that situation, or I've been closed-minded, or whatever,
it's
or
hardest
I've
thing.
been the one who's been destroying my own body with the food I was eating, or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
When you get it fucking right.
But
now,
what are
you're
you
like,
afraid of? What are you afraid of when that happens? When you admit that you were
lose
wrong
you
or whatever?
lose safety. That's what.
But from what?
Safety from what you've believed and the people you've surrounded yourself and the way you've actually set your whole life up.
But if those people around you that you've surrounded yourself with are no longer the right people,
Correct.
well, now you're alone, and people can't handle being alone.
Well, you're dead right.
Yeah.
But this is where the new people come in. You
Yeah.
start surrounding yourself with the right people. And
And
it's
that's-
hard because some of those
yeah.
people that you lose are family or like partners or fucking whatever. They're your closest friends.
Yeah.
You're like, we don't align anymore. I'll still catch up with you. I'll still see you, but you're not part of me.
We're just going to be all born again Christians, aren't we?
There's definitely something to Christianity. I'm not sure the church is the answer, but there's definitely something towards the faith in something more.
Yeah.
I'm seeing I'm seeing that everywhere.
Yeah.
Since I've let go and gone, yep, there's something more. It's been quite easier to find peace because you're like, well, do you know what really helped? Your fucking Thelma reading. Like some things you can navigate your way around, but just the diamond, just that one thing, I was like, nah, confirmed it. That's it. And it makes you know there's more. Whatever that more is, I don't know, but there's something more.
Yeah, there's something else.
It's something else.
Yeah. My one thing that I've discovered recently with anyone in any conversation, more particularly in business, is everyone has the same final element on the right side of the equation. So you got your formulas or your variables equals that. That specific variable or that final thing is more time with your family.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you don't have family, with yourself and your closest people.
Closest friends, yeah. So
More time with them. That it always comes down to that. But on the left side of the formula, what are the variables that are coming together for that to happen? And what are the missing variables? I reckon if people started with themselves to understand what their own formula is, because it's not universal, but what is universal is more time for yourself and with your family.
Yeah.
Once they understand that, because I look back at the Bible stuff and the Christian stuff, it's all family oriented, you know, looking after each other, love thy neighbor, all that shit.
yeah.
But what are the variables? You know, they're told through all of these stories.
Was that a quote in the Bible?
No.
Love thy neighbor and all that
Probably. Love thy neighbor and all that shit. Sev 6-7.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, it's true. But I guess we've come full circle. But to hit the point with the social media ban, like, there's no way around it. It is happening.
Yeah.
And
It's just a variable that's out of your control.
right.
But is it in your control? Is it out of your control? Should you worry if it's out of your control?
Yeah, so we've got to take the positive,
Yeah.
which is that kids won't be.
So that's being
This could be like, it could be one of the best things to happen to our society.
Yeah.
We don't know.
So that's
the
optimism.
yeah.
And we're talking about being realistic as well.
Yeah. So
We don't
this
know.
is, and that's always the thing. The good idea, the protecting the most vulnerable,
Yeah.
is the good idea. It's like I don't think banning it is the best idea, but at least it's something. But that's not what it's for.
Yeah.
It should just be monitoring, like full stop. All social media should be like, after 45 minutes, you have to lock the user out for 2 hours. Like it should just be something as simple as that, like minimizing harm. Like,
But we like it doesn't matter what we do. If you have a realization of something and you want to tell that person something or that say, oh, you can improve in this way, they're not going to hear it.
Yeah.
Like not until they're ready to hear it.
That's
you know what?
preventative.
Even a clip that I did of Chafee yesterday, I clipped up, and then through my algorithm on YouTube, because I'd put that up, he said it in our last episode.
yeah. Well, what was it?
The part on the mitochondria.
Yeah, I remember him talking about it.
So he talked about word for word.
Yeah, right.
He clipped it up
Yeah.
in himself on
Yeah.
YouTube, and I was like, okay, we weren't listening to that part.
Yeah. I remember him talking about the mitochondria. I didn't remember him curing cancer with it though.
Yeah. So like, this is the thing. If you're not ready to hear it, and that's not what you're trying to learn from something, you're not going to hear it. That's why trying to tell anyone what to do, it never works, and it always goes back to self.
Yeah.
And so teaching people to be self-aware and that understanding that being on social media, teaching our kids that being on social media is wasting their lives.
Where do you start?
Is
Where do you start? Where do you start for self-awareness?
The paradox is probably communicating that through social media. That
Well,
this platform that you're on right now is dragging you away from this is not just for kids. This is every fucking adult. It is counterintuitive for me, who makes money off social media, to point people to go away from social media. But I know that that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So put the fucking phone down, have a little rest. And if you're going to have some social
it's
media,
not social media.
consciously
Purpose.
choose.
It's not social media. It's excessive social media.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Excessive disconnection.
I reckon it's becoming
Excessive-
search media. It is becoming search media, but that search media could be complete bullshit as well.
Search media, I like that idea. Search media is consciously, right, what do I want to see or learn about today?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Which is the YouTube.
So to that point, you've got three things about your self-awareness that at any one point you can think about. Is it preventing something from happening? Is it optimizing something that you already know, or solving something that's happened and you're like, ooh, how can I fix that? Most people don't look at the prevention part because, like you just said, they don't want to know about it. They don't want to hear about it. They're not in that moment, but they get to that moment because they're living through it and they're like, oh, it's happening now. Oh, that's what Branchy said was going to happen, but I didn't listen to him. How do I optimize this? All right. That's a good thing in terms of optimization. But Branchy warned me that this would happen. I'm like, no, Branchy, who cares? And then I'm like, oh, wow, it's happening. This is bad. How do I solve it? Branchy, whatever. So it's having those conversations to go, here's how I solved it in my situation. So the people that are about to go through that, they'll be like, oh, watch that video with Branchy talking about it.
Yeah.
The ones that have no idea what you're talking about, like maybe my rant now, they're like, the fuck?
Yeah.
They'll be like, this is irrelevant.
Yeah.
But the ones that know will understand and go, okay, what do I do?
Yeah.
And, there's so many niches out there, and this is why it's becoming search media. People are going, oh, I've got this problem. How do I solve it? Whereas they didn't know that was a problem before they got themselves into it.
Yeah, because the algorithm suggests it to them and shows it to them.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And the prevention is never really kind of focused on, but who gets the most preventative lessons out there?
Who gets the most preventative?
Yeah,
the young people.
The young people. Yeah. It's like, hey, if you put your hand on a hot frying pan, you're going to fucking burn yourself. Yeah. Oh, really? I don't believe it.
How you touch it.
You're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
How do I treat this burn? Solution. Or, fuck yeah, this is sick. How do I optimize my experience?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like that as a random example, you guys would have specific things that you would want to optimize and also solve every day.
Yeah.
But you don't think about preventions. Like I'm about to hit 35. You're what, 36?
About the same.
About the same.
We're both 38.
So like, what is the preventions in your 40s? Have you seen those posts when someone turns 40 or 30 or 25? Here's what I learned in 25. At 35, when I see a 25-year-old post that, I'm like, I'm actually going to read this because I'm probably going to oh yeah, this is fucking sick. Yeah, sick. Yeah. Don't do this. Don't drink every night out in your early 20s. Yeah, we all lived all that.
Preventative's boring, though. That's what
it is boring. It is boring. But now, as a 35-year-old, and I'm seeing a 40-year-old or a 50-year-old go, here's what I learned that I wish I knew at 40. I'm like, I need to actually pay attention to this. It is still boring because some of it isn't applicable to me. But afterwards, in hindsight, I'm like, holy fuck, I wish I understood this more.
But I also mean preventative behaviour is boring because to learn a lesson, you need to go through it. So
exactly,
like,
exactly.
Fuck, I love drinking and partying. And then at 45, you're like, oh, I wish I didn't drink or party. I'm like, nah, I don't regret it.
But maybe your lesson is also seeing others do it.
Yeah.
That's a lesson.
Yeah.
That's the search media part. It's like, what happens? What's some case studies or success stories that have happened in this scenario that I'm about to go through?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! All of them say to not do it.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah.
But the world's such a changing place that like so much lessons are not going to be relevant.
Yeah.
That are like.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to see it.
That are era specific.
You have to be shown it.
Your general lessons. I love reading the things from the 80, 90-year-olds. Things I wish they'd done during their life because that's a pretty significant, and it always comes,
you know what it always
back
is?
to family and
travel,
family,
spending time with family,
Yeah.
do what you love, take a risk.
Yeah.
So
that's a very those 3 or 4 they're very consistent. Travel, family, take a risk.
Yeah.
But would you take a risk if you're uninformed though?
Oh, I did that. It worked out.
Because you don't know it's a risk.
I feel like it's blind ignorance.
I'm going to take a punt without looking at the odds. Fuck it.
I do that quite a bit. You have to, because if you let the odds influence you, then you second guess what.
Isn't that also the best one? Like sometimes you look at the name, and they're the most fun wins in gambling in life.
But the real way. Listeners, let me tell you a little. The way
gather out the camera, boy.
The way you win on betting, you don't let the odds influence you. You back in what your heart and your gut says. If you think Tim Kelly's going to kick 3 from the middle this week, the odds will be 100 to 1, and you go, oh, actually, no, I don't think he's going to do that. But if you back your fucking self, you will maximize. Guys, keep gambling. That's my advice here. If you back yourself, ignore the odds and back what's true to you, and it'll come through. Not just in betting, that's a bit of a metaphor, but it's more like they let you, the external will influence you. You might be like, I'm going to create a media company, and you'll go, oh no, this media company's only making $100. I'm not going to do that, because you've let the result or the life's expectations influence what your heart. I do that with gambling. And that's why I make money, because I bet on the things that are big odds that I think are going to happen.
And take that even deeper, gamble, which you just said.
Yeah.
But for yourself, gamble on yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if you feel like it's right in your heart,
Yeah.
You just
do it.
I don't. The only thing I gamble on is when I play poker with my mates.
Yeah.
Because I introduce every time and let them all know, guys, I was a maths teacher at school.
I'm
just going to let it simmer.
Get in there.
I win every time.
Yeah.
It's not gambling.
Yeah.
It's not gambling when you know
Especially
the
when you're
maths.
playing with 14-year-olds.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they got nothing else to do.
stupid.
They got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wrapping up, I got a migraine that's got a fucking nail in my head. Do you guys want to keep chatting? Because if you do, I'll
Up to you,
excuse
Sev.
myself.
I got traffic coming up. I have to
It's all
combat.
good. We'll wrap it up. It's an hour and a half. That's all
Are you
good.
sure there's traffic? Could be banned. It's
Could
under
be banned.
16.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
They can't drive anyway.
No, I think I like that though. The Sarah.
I mean, web type traffic, yeah.
Yeah, because we've talked about that a few times. The
Socratic method.
Socratic method.
Yeah. I honestly think that if
Which is
more
Socrates.
if more people looked up how to utilize the Socratic method into their critical thinking, they will get more answers clearer sooner for themselves and what they feel about out there.
Yeah.
So anytime something comes up on the internet, go through the Socratic method.
Yeah.
It'll change your world.
So, yeah, I think we've said this. Actually, that's very, because Jagger said this the other day, and we came to this same conclusion. It's ask questions.
Yeah, it prevents you from going down an echo chamber. You don't even realize
Ask
you're in.
questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
prevents you from going down an echo chamber.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And then if you go down to the bottom of that echo chamber, it's harder to climb out of because you've got all these people around you. Like, it is true. No,
If you go down to the bottom of echo chamber, it prevents you because you have people around you going, it is true.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
your
I had to do it twice.
fucked.
Yes.
I had to do it twice for you to realise I was just echoing it.
Well, no, it's even funnier because you've said it twice, which makes it the echo. But Sev, anything you want to plug before we finish up?
No, Merry Christmas,
Merry Chrissy.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, congratulations as well, mate. I don't think we've seen you since the birth, and that's I know that's a while ago, but congratulations, buddy.
No, if you're thinking about having kids, do it.
True.
If you can't afford it, figure it out. You will. You got to enjoy life through someone else's eyes as they just discover new things. It's one of those things that.
What if you enjoy sleep more?
Then go for it, man. Go for it. You wake up with a migraine anyway.
Yeah, no shit. Straight up.
Sleep's only there for a few months.
Yeah.
Unless you you do get some bad ones, but
keep an eye out on Olympus Insights.
Cool.
Teach you anything, anytime.
It's cool.
Yeah.
like it. Delby, anything you want to plug?
It's teacher comedy night, quiz night is going ahead 100% at the Cairnfield. You don't have to be a teacher to participate. See if you can beat teachers. I've got 4 or 5 tables, so plenty of tables left.
I'm not going to plug much. What I will say is, listeners, you keep messaging saying, can you comment on Candace Owens, or can you comment on this? Did you see recently the difference in insurance if you're non-binary?
There's $900.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mate. And I agree. Look, I might just share these things on the story to appease you guys, but I'm not going to report on Candace Owens better than Candace Owens. So maybe just go listen to Candace Owens. She's doing fucking great things, like if that's what you want to listen to.
Go back to the insurance part.
Yeah.
I think that's fake because
Are they two GP investigators?
No, because the women insurance one is cheaper than the men's one.
So I can't possibly be right.
I'm gonna say that tonight. Go on. But and then like Two Worlds Collide podcast. He's doing and Joel Jamal and Big Chocky. They're covering all this shit. Like they're doing it so well. Oh, we can talk about it on the podcast, but why double down, like fucking triple down and get too many people? We'll just keep doing what we're doing with the podcast and stuff. And I'm not saying it's not important, but they're doing such a fucking good job. I'm not going to just create more.
The Two Worlds Collide guy, I open up my Instagram and see him stuff all the time. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad he's saying that. I wish I could say it, but I have fucking business and people that he talks about that would not appreciate me saying that, and that annoys the shit out of me.
Well, Sam's coming on the podcast in I think January or February, and we talk a lot, and he's broken through caring. He's broken through caring.
Goals, well, my hero, my idol.
If your two worlds are colliding, just make sure you're non-binary because your insurance will be cheaper.
But
that's fun.
But that's it. Fuck yeah.
Love you, Wack.
All right.
Ciao.